Hello everyone, welcome to By the Numbers. I'm FM Tahiti and I hope you're doing well. We've come back a little bit earlier than I thought we would. So in the last match we played and drew against Portadown in the league, which was when I was considering, do we need a different tactic now? And I thought, this is the next match is the Bet McLean League Cup match against Larne. They're probably going to beat us. Let's leave that and then do the whole tactical stuff for the match afterwards. The match afterwards is against Ballin who are below us. And I think against them we'll probably still go attacking. I think we need to be aggressive against the teams that are either the same strength as us or weaker than us or in poor form. But the teams that are bigger than us, like Larne, this is where we need more of a kind of traditional shithouse tactic. And I think we also need that tactic, so if we do go ahead like we did against Portadown and we did against Crusaders, we can kick that one in and use it. A bit like Diego Simeone does with Atletico Madrid. It's something we spoke about in the Dictate the Game podcast fairly recently, me and Simon. So I think actually I'm going to build the tactic for this Larne match and use it and try it out against them. And then in another episode we'll come back against Ballin Malard and see how we get on. So there'll be 2 episodes, but this is the one we're going to build a tactic and play against Larne. So let's have a look tactically where we're at. So we've got 2 tactics trained currently. We've got this one, which is the Belfast Diamond, the 3rd version I created, which is the one I settled on. And we've got this older one, which is Hoof Harder, Hoof Longer. Now I think we're going to end up building something that's a lot more like this than this. But let's give it a go. Let's create a new tactic. We're going to create our own style. We're not going to use something that pre-exists. We'll try 4-4-2 because we've got wingers. We need them. We've got reasonable strikers. We'll see what we can do with this to kind of tighten it up. So let's look at the roles first. Across the back, we've got 2 full-backs on support. Don't want that. We want them to be no-nonsense full-backs on defend. We want them to basically be Pulis's protege and make him proud with these ones. In terms of instructions, anything else we want to do? Not very well. There we go. We want them to tackle harder. Of course we want them to do that. There we go. In terms of the other defenders, do you want us to be no nonsense? Kind of. But ball playing defenders is what we have been using. We quite like them. Let's have 1 ball player and 1 no nonsense. Is one better than the other? Nah, they're both pretty rubbish. We'll work that out personnel-wise, see which one's probably better. Basically, which one's got the best passing, best kind of vision. 4-1. 5-3, so he will be the ball-playing defender. That worked out alright. In terms of any other instructions we want to give them, we don't want them to shoot. We don't want to dribble. We want them to tackle harder. And likewise, tackle harder. For our goalkeeper, we want him to tackle harder as well. There's nothing we're going to change there. That's what we want him to do. So we've got a bank of 4 here. That's going to be pretty immobile, I think. We're going to come back to this bank of 4 here. Let's sort out the strikers up front. So we want this to be a target man, probably on attack, and we will have this one as either one pressing forward or deep lying forward. So deep lying forward to link midfield to attack, and he drops deep. Pressing forward, we're pressing forward and support. Let's try my support. See how he gets on with that. But I kind of wanted this the other way around. What does he prefer? Prefers to be on the left. Okay, fine, you can be on the left. So we can have a winger here who's on support, and we'll have a winger here. We'll also be on support, I think. We've not got many attacking options in here, do we? Is this how we want to do it? Kind of want a bit more. This is meant to be the kind of sit back and defend and sort of shithouse them a little bit. But I don't want them getting completely isolated. Yeah, let's have whoever's on the left attack. We don't want them to, we still want them to tackle harder. We don't want to see many crosses at the target men. And on this side, we also want them to aim for the target men. We want them to cross from deep. Less shots. Tackle harder. And then in the centre here, let's swap these two around. So central midfielder on defend, that's basically him really. Tackle harder, shoot less often, dribble less often. Get him to take more passing risks so you can kind of unpick the defence. And then the support, what support do we want? Attack. Let's go back and look, because I like looking at the other screen actually, it's a bit easier to do on this one. Put him on attack. Yeah, let's do that. That's what he's perfect for. And that'll get him shuttling up a little bit. Can Gordon then just go back on support? That's tricky. Yeah, let's keep him on support. Less often, more risks. Cross from deep if you can. Tackle harder. And we won't change much on this, we'll leave him kind of standard. Any instructions for these guys? Tackle harder. I'm not going to do anything with their movement, particularly as it stands. Yeah, he's already tackling harder because he's pressing forward. Okay. Now let's look overall. So you've not got any automatic rolls, because why would you? So defensive, restricts space, frustrate, and relies on direct balls. Cautious. So I think we'll start on defensive, and then we can roll up to cautious if we see any space appearing. We're in possession. We are going to be, come on, extremely direct. We're not going to work the ball into the box. We're going to play for set pieces. We're going to dribble less. That should keep us, well, we won't do too much, we'll keep it simple for the moment. In fact, let's take dribble less off. Let's leave it as is and see how we do with the dribbling. In transition, when we lose possession, we want to regroup, but when we win it, we want to counter. So we want to keep defensively structured, but then hit them quickly. In terms of distribution, I'm inclined to roll it out to the centre backs for them to then kick it long. And then in terms of defensive line, we've got a fairly low defensive line. Fairly low line of engagement. Can we go a bit lower? Just to keep us nice and compact. Actually, no, let's go lower rather than too low. Let's press them fairly urgently. Get stuck in. And that will do. So we've got a few instructions rather than too many. What should we call this? What would be a good name for this? What would Big Sam do? There we go. Let's try it. Anyone we need to... Oh, we need to bring Carl Robinson in straight away. And get Warwick over on the left there. Anyone else missing here? Not particularly. Gareth Clark, I think we could maybe come on for that keeper. Let's start him. Moments at a Harvey. That looks alright. There's lots of green. The pitch looks covered. Not too many weak spots. Yeah, let's just see how we get on with this. It could go horribly wrong now against Larne. But at least, in theory, this is a bit simpler for us to deal with. We're keeping it compact. Maybe we'll frustrate them. Today's the day, lads. Today's the day. If we end up chasing, we can always go to a more attacking one if we really want to, but we've got other formations in reserve. We could always go back to hoof harder, hoof longer if we want to. That is actually quite an attacking one. Okay, so they're passing it around. We're keeping that shape. You can already see that there's those banks there. Not stopping them from trying to get in behind them there. And they've scored. 2 minutes, 40 seconds. I'm going to try and sort of console myself with the fact that they are a lot better than us. Maybe this would have happened anyway. We kept our shape. Just our shape didn't do anything. Never mind. I'm already second guessing everything. Yeah. If after a half of this it doesn't look like we're producing much, I might try the hoof harder, hoof longer just to see how it does. Maybe this is going to be a good one for just cutting down space against other teams. Because they've had that opening kind of highlight or two and then nothing since. And then they've immediately got a highlight now, said that. I know some people kind of would probably play this on full to see how the tactic's doing. But I just want to kind of get ahead a little bit with this one. I always do that off camera if I want to play something in full. It was just... Oh, it's offside, that's alright. We can ignore that ever happened. Yeah. We've still had a shot. Wasn't on target or anything, but you know, we're not completely out of this. They've got a Hunter as well. Ross Hunter instead of Reese Hunter. So it's been a fairly boring half of football. So it's limited them. We're only at 1 goal. Let's go to tactics then. Let's have a quick look at this one. Major changes. You've got box to box and ball winning here. You've got one winger on attack. It's attacking overall. You've got fullbacks on defend rather than no nonsense, and then no nonsense in the centre here. Still got the counter press on. Let's stick with this. Let's give it a full thing. This match is essentially dead rubber because we don't care too much about the cup. We were never really going to have a chance against Larne. Let's just get them to play a full 90 of this and see how we do. Badly, if that's how we're going to give the ball away. Getting a reasonable number of yellow cards as well. Ewan gets it out and there's no one there. Come on, clear it out. Lots of bodies in the box. Bonis picks that loose ball up. Cockcroft, see, this is the counter attack we've been waiting for. It's not quite over, but it's lost a bit of its momentum. Come on, referee, give him a card. Okay, so now it's their highlight. Did look like a promising. Oh, that was good. Stephen Keegan. So they hit us back on the counter attack, but we were relatively interesting on that counter attack. Maybe we need just a bit of a mentality tweak. Maybe we should be balanced rather than super defensive. care. 3-0 makes this tactic look a bit rubbish in terms of shutting up space and frustrating them. Probably not the fairest of tests, though. So let's make some subs, and then let's bring on Gordon McLaughlin, give him some time as well. Let's bring on Reese Hunter as well, because we're not scoring 4 goals, I don't think. And we can bring on Evans for Coulter there. I just hope everyone else doesn't get sent off. That's all our subs. Resting the strikers essentially for when we play against Ballin and Millard. Yes, I think against the weaker opposition we'll go back to our diamond. A stronger opposition, we'll use this, or maybe the hoof harder one where you've got the 4-4-2. It's more traditional format. Oh, Hunter, go on. Back in. Oh, good idea. No, blocked again. Another go. Yeah, that was dramatic, wasn't it? We only really had 2 noteworthy attacks. And to be honest, although they've got 16 shots to our 4, and they have had more, notable attacks than us, I don't think they've had that many really good ones. They've just finished really well. So yeah, they've not got any clear-cut chances compared to ours. I mean, that might not translate into XG and whatnot, but it's not like we gave away lots of silly chances. This is the first time I played it. So there we go. We've lost 3-0 with our What Would Big Sam Do tactic. It wasn't terrible, but we'll keep an eye on it as a potential strategy. So we've got Ballin and Millard next, where we'll go back to our more attacking one, but we'll have this one in reserve. When we play against Larne again, we'll try this one back out again. Then more attacking against Dungannon. Institute, I'm not sure about yet, maybe more attacking. And then, yeah, Linfield would be the kind of more defensive one. And we'll play around with it, and we'll see how we kind of get on with these slightly different tactical tweaks. But thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.